Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Where are we? Well, we're just off Bar Street. That's the Alconi Taverna restaurant in front of us. If your name's Lord Derek Scully, you understand that that's a great restaurant indeed. It really does do some great food. Lots of people have known that for years and they go back there all the time. Myself and Oching Receiver Booth have been there a few times. Of course, if your name's Mr. Craig and you've got a Lisa in your life, you know it's a great restaurant, and of course many other people do as well. This is downtown Bar Street, and of course, well, it's not quite at its peak time, shall we say. 10:30 in the morning. In about an hour or so they'll start coming down to check their stocks and their supplies, because of course they understand that tonight they're going to be busy. Lots of people are still in Paphos, and lots of people like to go mosey on down and party, particularly at the Flares Bar, probably the busiest and most successful bar in downtown Paphos, and that bar is waiting especially for you. You can go there and have a great night, but not a lot of money, to be honest, because they give you free this and free that. So get yourself down to the Flares Bar on Bar Street and get yourself a great night indeed. Lots of renovations are going on in and around Bar Street, by the way. Bar Street's had a bit of a hard time for quite a few years now, but slowly but surely they are renovating, and some of the buildings have been acquired, and there's going to be new bars, new restaurants, new apartment complexes opening up slowly but surely. And of course, if you come back over the next few years, Paphos is going to be transformed. And of course, people who've not been here for a few years will already be shocked by the changes that have happened in and around Paphos. That's the new Lodge restaurant over there. Of course, that is literally brand new, and the rumour has it, if you want a great steak in downtown Paphos, that's the place to go. So guess what? One of these days I'll pop in there, part with some of my euros, and see just how good that steak is. Right, we're going to head towards the Paphos Harbour. You can't get down the promenade anymore because that's all pedestrianised, again, if you've not been here since last year. And of course, they're doing a bit of big diggering in and around the area, so you have to circumnavigate it in a more complicated way, shall we say. If you're on foot, it's very easy, but if you're in a car, it's that little bit more difficult. So we are going to wiggle and we are going to waggle all the way down this road, come to the end and take a right, then take a left onto the inner ring road, and then eventually we're going to get to the Paphos Mall roundabout. There's the Pagona Hotel Apartments on the right hand side. Quite a few people have stayed there in the past. I know a superstar called Jeff Hancock. Oh yeah, he's a sir, by the way, and he's got a girl in his life, and she's called Lady Mandy, because he likes to serenade her now and again to the Barry Manilow single. And a big shout out to their son and my great friend, Mr. Russell, and of course he's got a girl in his life, and that's Miss Kirstine. And you never know, one of these days they may tie the knot. And a big shout out to his best friend, and a great friend of ours as well, Mr. George. We've not forgotten you. No, we haven't. So don't forget to go to the toe strengthening, whatever it was called, I don't know, but Jeff was telling me about it. He's an eccentric lad, and he likes to get involved in some super duper sports. So I think it was the strongest toe competition in the world, and I think he may have won, I'm not sure, but he's a big lad. Anyway, big shout out to the Hancocks, and we hope you're having a great time, and we're looking forward to seeing you again very soon indeed. What's going on here, Andrea? Oh, good girl, she switched the lights straight to green, especially for me, because Andrea's the girl who's a lady, and she's in charge of light switching, because we don't like the lights to be on red, do we? No, because that means we have to stop. Paphos Mall roundabout, that's about to come up, and of course that's the Paphos Mall. Big shiny grey building, all lit up at night, and there's one or two shops in there, and I'm telling you, they're waiting especially for you. And if you're hanging out in downtown damp Cardiff, perhaps just about to have your breakfast, guess what? When you two boys, you couple of pains, Lord Jeremy and Lord Simon, come to Paphos, guess what? Have your first night relaxing wherever you're booked into. The next morning, 10 o'clock, yes, you know where you're going, to the Paphos Mall. And Miss Oching Receiver Booth is going to chuchka dance you around every single shop in the mall, and then she'll finish off. The grand finale will be the shop at the end called the Lacoste shop. or as I say, the low-cost shop. But of course, we all understand it is not a low-cost shop. So don't forget to bring plenty of money with you, boys. Otherwise, you'll be paddling on a piece of driftwood all the way back to down Cardiff. Feeling a little bit sad. Only joking. We're only joking. I bet you there'll be a chicken souvlaki in it for you somewhere, perhaps at the Mar Blanco, because that's their favourite. Here we are. We're on the final descent into the downtown Paphos Harbour area. It's a spectacular day, there's no doubt about that. If you're curious to know what the temperature is, what is it now? 31 degrees, and it's ramping up. They say 32 degrees is going to be the high today, and then they are forecasting over the weekend a little bit of thundering storming. But don't worry, if your name's Mr. Murray and you've got a girl in your life called Miss Jen, don't worry, it's only going to last for a couple of days, and then the sunshine will be beaming. In fact, it doesn't even last a couple of days, a couple of hours, and the sunshine will be coming out. Then maybe a bit more rain, a couple of hours, and then a bit of sunshine. So don't worry, don't worry. We're not living in England or downtown Germany, if your name's Mr. Dirk and Mr. Michael, because they're getting ready to relocate to downtown Paphos very, very soon indeed. And Leno the dog is dancing the cha-cha because he understands he's going to get the time of his life. We're in downtown Paphos Harbour. Let's take a look around the back of the restaurants and let's see what's going on. If you're in a car, by the way, the main car park is to the right, but if that's full, if you follow this little road here, you come to the rear of the restaurants, and that's well, it's a huge car park, a bit of unmade land, but you know, you can park on it, and you can probably park, I don't know, 250, 300 cars around. So at this time of morning, there's delivery vans everywhere, so you have to circumnavigate them and go on the wrong side of the road. But that doesn't matter in Paphos, as long as you're courteous and move over if there's a car coming. It doesn't matter. So here we are. Here's the big car parking area. At the moment, they're still using it to store lots of, well, sand and gravel and seating areas that they are relocating in and around the Paphos Promenade and Harbour area. And there's a lot of building works going on to this part of the harbour because they're building the new Ocean Vision restaurant. If you look out into the blue Mediterranean Sea, you might be able to see a big thing floating in the water, and that is the Wave Dancer, and it's off on its travels. And this is the sunset viewing point that you are casting your eyes on as we speak. It's almost finished, but not quite. And the pathway again today from the castle to the Paphos beach area is open, but now and again it gets closed down for 2 or 3 hours because they are still doing some construction works, and of course due to health and safety and all that kind of thing, they close it down. But they've assured us in 2 to 3 weeks all of the works from the Paphos Castle all the way to the Paphos beach, which is Pharos Beach, Lighthouse Beach, different names for it. They promised us that all of those works will be totally and utterly complete. And of course this is the main event here, which is the sunset viewing point. So we are truly looking forward to seeing that when it's finished. If you go hunting in the YouTube search bar, Marika and me, Paphos sunset viewing point, you'll find us when we burgled that last week. And of course it's not quite finished, but it's almost finished, isn't it? And I think when it's finished, it's going to be absolutely spectacular. It really, really is. Much better than it ever was before. So let's turn around and let's head back and give you another great view of the Paphos Harbour area, and of course the blueness of the blue Mediterranean Sea. So stick with us for a moment as I turn round. And of course, if you're looking for a toilet when you're around here, there's one coming up right now, but I don't know if I'd want to use it because of course a lot of builders been in there as well. And well, I'll leave it at that, shall I? There we are. But if you're desperate, perhaps I'd go in the bushes. So this is the main car park to the rear of the harbour restaurants. It's also the head office of the Marine Police. So again, if you need a policeman, hard to find in Cyprus, but if you do need one, you might find one in there. On the left hand side now is the archaeological site, the Neo Paphos. You pay €2.50 to go in there, by the way, and you can spend all day in there, but it's a bit warm, I would say, so I'd wait for October, November, and as I've noticed, it does get busier in October and November. But many people say they enjoy it. It's not my cup of tea, but you know, some people do like it. Lady Ness, she loves going in there, and of course surrounded it. So, you know, he's a lord actually. Always get confused. Sometimes he's a sir, sometimes he's a lord. But he's a lord of Shropshire, and of course his beauty, Lady S, is the Lady of Shropshire. And these people haven't even noticed that cars come down this road, have they? This is a problem, isn't it? There we are. Perhaps they should close this off or put a flyover for people to walk across. Anyway, there we go. Bit of a rant going on there. This is the downtown Paphos Harbour right in front of us now. It's pretty busy in there, to be honest. It's not that big, and there are rumours they're going to be charging for it soon. But let's keep our fingers crossed that it stays free, because this land was gifted to the municipality by a gentleman many years ago, under the understanding that they would never charge for it and allow people to park there. But of course, the municipality and all the thinkers in there are saying that they have to maintain it and do the tarmacking and the curbing and put the street lights on, even though most nights they forget to put them on. So they say that we should have to pay for that. See how sneaky these politicians are. They never trust one. Never trust one as far as you can throw it. In fact, that's far too far. Let's have a look at Mr. Chris, see what he's up to. Yep, he's selling the sponges to someone. So if you're looking for a sponge on the downtown Paphos Harbour, Chris has got to be your man, hasn't he? On that note, if you like what you see, want to hit that like, click that subscribe, and perhaps come back for a little bit more of my complete and utter madness. And if you want to help the channel out, well, very simple. All you got to do is find us on the thanks button on YouTube itself, where you hit the like. That doesn't cost you a penny. When you hit the subscribe button, that doesn't cost you a penny. But if you go across, you'll find that there is the shorts button, the download button, and then there is the thanks button, heart-shaped button with a red $sign in the middle. And that's how you make a contribution. And we thank the people that do. Lord Derek Scully, it's very much appreciated. Of course, Sir Philip and Lady Sharon, all the way in downtown. Where is it again? Ah, yeah, Cornwall. We thank you very much. We'll try to run this lady over. She is gamma jubbering on her mobile phone, looking for someone or delivering to somebody. Or perhaps she's trying to arrange a birthday shout out on the little channel known as Marika and Me. So if you want a birthday shout out, an anniversary, something special in your life, all you got to do is click through to the Buy Me a Coffee platform. So Buy Me a Coffee, Marika and Me. And of course you can read all the comments that other people have made and the replies, and you can choose to gift us a coffee or two. And of course that video will be coming very soon, especially for you. You can also join us as a member on the Buy Me a Coffee platform and become one of our superstar members. Get yourself a special title, get yourself special privileges, and of course get yourself that little bit closer to Marika and me. I'm going to say thanks for watching, and if you like what you see, hit that like and perhaps come back for a little bit more of my complete and utter madness. Thanks for watching. This is the Dionysus Central Hotel coming up, by the way. Mags, it is a great hotel indeed, and hopefully we'll be seeing you again, staying there very soon. Thanks for watching.